Okay, so I've been up since about 1:30 this morning. It's 7:05 as I make this video, and I really am a pure night owl, and it kind of sucks. This is when I'm usually getting home from work and all that kind of stuff, and my mind races all night, so that's why I have to sleep during the day. So get ready for work at night, and that's apparently like when my brain decides that it just wants to go nonstop, and I can't sleep at night anymore. So it kind of sucks. Great little insomnia. So I want to start doing these philosophical rants simply because it helps me collect my thoughts, and it helps the coalescing of ideas. And I really wish I was the kind of person that could outline what they want to talk about and everything, but I really can't do that. I'm one of these kind of people that when I start writing, I just let it flow, or when I start talking, I just let it flow, and everything just starts coming out. And that's I don't know why. It's just the way my mind works. So I really wish I could outline everything because it would help me organize my thoughts, but it just doesn't work for some reason. So what do I want to talk about this morning? I kind of want to talk about something that you can use in your everyday life. It, if you really think about it, it's more interaction between people. And you can put it through you can put it into normal everyday life through your friends, through relationship, through coworkers, through everything. But the thing I want to talk about this morning is the importance of conflict. Now, I think it's like, what the hell? Okay, so I had a discussion with a couple of friends, maybe a couple of weeks ago or something like that, over Facebook. And I asked them, what is the 5 things that are the most important in a relationship? And I already had my 5. And the big answers I got were respect, compromise, loyalty, communication, and what was the last one? Love. I think that was it. Just love. And I'm glad communication came up in that whole thing because I put conflict into that same thing because I believe that conflict is one of the top 5 things that you can have in a friendship relationship, in a work relationship, platonic relationship, family relationship, anything like that. You have to have conflict. Now, you might ask, like, okay, so why do you have to fight then? Why does there have to be conflict? What is so freaking important about it? And you can call it fighting if you want to. Me, it is a form of communication. And my belief is with relationships, whether it be friendship, an actual relationship, whether it be dating, marriage, anything like that, relationship between family members, coworkers, stuff like that, is if there is no such thing as conflict, there is no finding a middle ground in between people, and there is no compromise. And that's one thing that people have to have in their regular life is compromise, because without compromise, without conflict, we have no understanding of each other. And it isn't until we have that understanding of each other that we find these middle grounds, that we learn how to compromise, and we fully learn how to deal and communicate and respect people. And that all comes through conflict. Try it out sometime. I'm just going to get the whole thing of this is that conflict is good for people to do. It does generate that communication, and it's okay to have like disagreements. It's okay to have fights and everything. The one thing that you have to be wary of when you do this is to keep the fight logical. Keep emotion out of it. Those are the things that you have to do to avoid worthless conflict. For those of you who have seen Monty Python, you might be familiar with the argument sketch. And it absolutely makes perfect sense. Like, a person walks into a room and he wants to have an argument. And the guy automatically just does nothing but contradict him. And they go through the whole thing of explaining what a conflict is, what an argument is. An argument is a statement of statement in an intellectual process that is meant to state a position. The other guy says, no, it isn't. It's automatic contradiction. And what I'm getting to this is that you have to base your conflict in logic. You have to. Because if you don't base it in logic, you just base it on personal belief and you base it on emotion. You're not going to get anywhere. And all you're doing is creating a place where there can't be compromise at all. So, yeah, I think that's it. Be logical. If you get into a fight with someone over something that can be dealt with, something that can be worked out, work it out. Communicate it out. Find a middle ground and find a place where both of you can compromise. Or, find that middle ground. Because the relationships and the ties that bond all of us all, you might not think of them as this, but they are fragile. And they are prone to break at any time without you really even noticing. They just start separating and tearing, and finally, all of a sudden, they can be broken. And they can be broken before you even know it. So keep that in mind. Don't push someone to start stretching and tearing those binds. You could lose them. Stay smart with conflict. Conflict is good. Have conflict. Have discussions. Have compromise. It'll work out well. Just use this. Not as much this, but use a lot of this. And don't contradict. I guess that's enough of me rambling this morning. This is BA5. Over and out.